There are currently around 18.4 million people aged 55 and over in the UK, and from the 6th of April, many of these will be given access to an estimated £67.5 billion worth of pension contributions as part of one of the biggest shake-ups in the UK's pension system. This will have widespread effects on the economy, but how will it affect the property market? First, before we look at that, let's look at what is actually changing on the 6th of April. Under the current pension system, upon reaching retirement age, most people take part of their pension as a lump sum and use the rest to purchase an annuity, which is an insurance product that provides an income for life. This is all very well, except for the fact that longer life expectancy, combined with low returns on bonds and fluctuations in the stock market, where UK pension funds hold around a quarter of their investments, mean that annuity providers are now offering less than they were previously, and people are retiring with much smaller incomes than they expected. This situation has caused a general lack of trust in the pension system, and the government is concerned that people are putting off from saving for their retirement, which could in turn lead to a future pension crisis. To address this, they have introduced a number of pension reforms, including the heavily advertised automatic enrolment, but the latest changes are expected to have the biggest impact. The big change to take effect from the 6th of April is that anyone aged 55 and over with a defined contribution pension will have the freedom and flexibility to spend, save or invest their pension as and when they wish. The option to withdraw up to 25% of the pension pot tax-free will remain, as will the option to purchase an annuity. But people who want greater control over their finances can ultimately use their pension money as they see fit. So how could all of this actually affect the property market? Well, there are a number of reasons that property is likely to prove a popular investment choice for those who decide to take control of their pension pots and invest in something other than an annuity. Firstly, residential property is generally seen as a less volatile and relatively safe long-term investment when compared to other assets such as equities. Secondly, property can provide a regular and stable rental income. Thirdly, most people expect property to enjoy strong capital appreciation over the medium to long term. And finally, property is a tangible asset that people generally feel more comfortable with and understand better than other more complicated investment vehicles. Indeed, recent research suggests that 11% of people approaching retirement age plan to buy a second home to rent out, compared to the estimated 6% of pensioners who currently own a buy-to-let property. If this turns out to be accurate, then a near doubling in the number of pensioners buying at least one investment property will push house prices up. If the properties purchased were then held as rental investments, this would help alleviate the current shortage of rented accommodation, which is especially acute in London, thereby stabilising the rental market somewhat. However, financing a property investment is likely to prove difficult for many pensioners, as lenders have been toughening their stance on borrowers who cannot repay their mortgage before retirement. Buying properties with cash is of course an option, but with the average pension pot in the UK standing at just £25,000, a number of people with enough contributions to cover the cash purchase of a property will be very small, especially in London where prices are much higher. The more likely scenario is that those looking to invest in property would need to supplement their pension pots by selling their existing property and either downsizing or moving to a cheaper area. This said, many pensioners have already taken these options and dipped into their pensions to help their children and grandchildren onto the property ladder, so a significant uplift in activity is unlikely. In conclusion, the pension changes could trigger a significant increase in residential property transactions, but for most households this is unlikely to involve the acquisition of an investment property. The increase in transactions is more likely to come from the continued trend of pensioners selling larger properties and properties in prime areas and purchasing smaller properties and properties in cheaper areas in order to release additional equity to help fund their retirement years.